All right. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Um, I'm going to share this presentation. My name is Clifford, and I'm going to share this presentation about RA 9646, or commonly called, or what we call Real Estate Service Act of the Philippines. So the RA 9646 has 5 articles and 45 sections. So I'm going to share this to you. I created a mind map. So we have 5 articles. So Article 1, we have 3 sections here. Section 1, the title, the RESA, and become effective July 29, 2009. That's Section 1. Section 2, Declaration of Policy. The state recognizes the vital role of real estate practitioners. So for the social, political, economic development, progress of the country, significant activity, and enhancing government income from real property-based transactions. State shall develop and nurture through proper and effective regulations and supervision a core of technically competent, responsible, and respected professional REST, whose standard of practice and service shall be globally competitive and will promote the growth of real estate industry. So that's Section 2. Section 3 is the definition of terms. So we have appraiser, known as valuer, a person who conducts valuation appraisal. Assessor, who works in a local government unit, performs appraisal and assessment of real properties, and these are essentially for taxation purposes. Real estate means refers to land and all those items attached to the land. Real estate development project, development of land, residential, commercial, industrial, institutional, recreational purposes, or any combination. Real estate developer refers to natural or juridical person engaged in the business of developing real estate development project for his, her, or its own account and offering them for sale. Real property, that's all the rights, includes interest, benefits related to the ownership of real estate. And the G is the real estate service practitioner. So we'll start with the real estate consultant, duly registered licensed natural person, and these are the render professional advice and judgment on acquisition, enhancement, preservation, utilization, or disposition of lands or improvements. Appraiser, these are perform services estimating and arriving at opinion of facts as an expert on real estate values. Assessor, these are licensed and natural person who work in a local government unit and also performs appraisal assessment for taxation purposes. So real estate broker, licensed natural person for a professional fee, commission, other valuable consideration, act as an agent of a party in a real estate transaction. Real estate salesperson, duly accredited natural person who performs services for in behalf of the real estate broker, and registered and licensed by the PRBRS for inspection, for sharing commission, professional fee, compensation, or other valuable consideration. Okay, so that's the real estate practitioner. And that's Section 3. We have finished Section 1. Article 2 is the board, the Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. So we have 8 sections. Starting with Section 4, the creation of the board. So under supervision and administrative control of the PRC, or the Commission. So composition is 1 chairperson and 4 members. The PRC Commission will list 5 nominees per position submitted by the IPO of real estate practitioner. appointed by the President of the Philippines from 3 recommendees chosen by the Commission. The first board was organized 6 months after the effectivity of RS 9646, but that's finally formed during induction ceremony March 26, 2010. Okay, so Section 5, powers and function of the board. So these are the powers and function of the board, which lists comprehensive policy, conduct licensure examinations, issues, suspend, revoke or reinstate IDs, certification of registration, maintain comprehensive updates, registry of updated register of licensed real estate professionals, monitor the conditions affecting real estate, adopt a national code of ethics, here investigate violation of RA 9646, its IRR, safeguard and protect legitimate and licensed real estate practitioners, and prescribe in cooperation with the CHED, promulgate, administer, and enforce rules and regulations necessary in carrying out provisions, supervise and regulate the registration, assess the fixed rate, administer oaths and affirmation, and adopt an official seal of the board. So these are the seal and its corresponding symbols and meaning. Land represents real estate, structure represents improvements, trees and fruits represents agricultural produce, green lines represent real estate practitioners, the reps. Red, white, and blue represent the color of the flag. Blue is color of service. Green, environment and ecology. Sun and ray, light and light, and light, life and light. Rising sun represents the vital role of real estate practitioner in the social, political, economic development and progress of the Philippines. Gold represents ethical standards and prosperity. Map of the Philippines finally represents the Philippine archipelago. So that's the seal of the board. And evaluate vertically status of real estate service education and profession. Prescribe guidelines and criteria for the CPE, now known as CPD. Screen, issue and monitor permits to organization of real estate professionals. Monitor and supervise the activities of the accredited or the IPO. Discharge as other powers and function as the Commission may deem necessary to carry out the provision of this Act. So that's Section 5. Section 6, qualifications of the chairman or the chairperson and the members of the board. So must be a citizen and resident of the Philippines, a holder of a bachelor related to real estate, active licensed practitioner of real estate service for at least 10 years, bona fide member of good standing in the IPO, IPO, neither a member of faculty in the institute, school, university, good moral character, and has not been convicted, final judgment by competent court of a criminal offense involving moral turpitude. So that's Article 2, Section 6, Section 7, term of office. Chairperson and the members of the board shall hold office for 3 years for the date of this appointment and until the successors have been appointed. So provided the members of the first appointed shall hold office of the following term: 1 member as chairperson to serve 3 years, the 2 members who serve for 2 years, the 2 members to serve for 1 year. And the chairperson, the members of the board may be appointed for a second term, but in no case shall give continuously for more than 6 years, and any vacancy will be filled for the unexpired portion. So that's the term of office. Section 7. Section 8, compensation. So the board shall receive compensation allowances comparable to the compensation allowances received by the chairman, assisting professional secretary board under the commission provided by the General Appropriations Act. Section 9, removal. Upon recommendation, the removal of the chairperson and members of the board. So these are the grounds: neglect of duty, abuse of power, oppression, incompetence, and professional and ethical, immoral, dishonorable conduct, commission, alteration of irregularities in the conduct of examination, or tampering of the grades. Final judgment or conviction of any criminal offense involving moral turpitude. So that's section 9, article 2, section 9, removal of chairperson and the members of the board. Section 10, supervision of the board, custodian, and its record services. So under the PRC, the board shall be under the general supervision of and administrative control of the commission, which is the PRC. All records of the board shall be kept by the commission. The commission shall designate the secretary of the board, provide the secretariat and other support services to implement the provision of this act. So that's section 10. Section 11, annual report. Submit an annual report to the commission at close of each calendar year. So detailed account of its proceedings and accomplishment, recommending measures to be adopted with the end and review of upgrading and improving the conditions affecting practice of real estate service in the Philippines. So that's section 11. After article 2, we go to article 3, licensure examination. So we have 13 sections and stop.